Lawin Media Network,
bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening, Texas. Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. And hello to everyone all over the world. Again, this is PACCTX live streaming podcast. I'm your host, Eileen Ligotizon, and I am the state president of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas. So welcome to our monthly podcast. You know, PACCTX Connect is the monthly live streaming podcast of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas. So every month we gather together and we bring you these interesting conversations coming from our different chamber leaders who will be joining us here tonight. And of course, this is your opportunity to hear firsthand updates from your region. So tune in every first Wednesday of the month, every 8:30 p.m. This is our new time slot, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That will be Thursday, 9:30 a.m. in the Philippines. We are broadcasting live from Lawin Media Network. So you can watch the live show on the Facebook page and YouTube channel of Lawin Media Network. You can also listen to us on over 15 podcasts, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. Tonight is going to be exciting because we will talk about effective marketing strategies for local business growth. And we will hear real world advice from our chamber leaders themselves from the 5 regional chambers of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas. So get ready to discover how smart strategic marketing is helping the businesses in our community. But before we bring in our 5 regional chambers, I want to encourage all of you to engage with us, by posting your questions, shout outs, greetings, or comments in the chat. But don't forget to include your location and the name of your business that you have one or your profession. So we will get to know you also. And only if you want to share it, okay? Which you should, because this is what we're going to talk about, marketing, right? So now let's get started. PACC Texas is a state chamber that includes 5 regional chambers. So we will call them one by one to join us in our conversation. Now, I just want to let you know that membership in one chamber grants you access to all the other chambers. So if you want to move from Dallas to Houston, you can transfer your membership to Houston and so on, right? And the good news is we're currently offering a lifetime membership. So if you want to learn more about that, don't forget to go to our website, pacctx.org. You will also find the links to the websites of the different regional chambers there. Okay. So, Texas is large, Texas is big. Our 5 regional chambers collaborate and work hard together toward our mission. So, tonight, we will also have a chance to know more about them aside from their role as a board member or leaders in the chamber. Because we're going to ask them a really interesting question. And I'd like you to know that you are free and you're welcome to share your answer also. Just type it in the chat box, okay? And if we have time, we will also read them during the show. Now, here's the question. If they are stranded in an island, right? What are the 3 things that, they wish to have? Or maybe non-negotiable things that they have to have if ever they get stranded in the island. So this is just a simple fact. And they can add more facts to it if they want to. It depends on what perspective they're coming from. So I'm excited to call them now. Let's start with our Region 5, the Greater Austin region, represented by no other than their Regional Vice Chair, Alfonso Lucen. Alfonso, come join me here.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, Alfonso. All right, there you
I
are.
was really actually, it took me a while to come up with an answer with that question, but I feel like I would survive better in an island if I have a bottomless SPF bottle, right? Like, so I need my skincare.
Bottomless. I like that.
Yeah. And then maybe a Wilson 2.0. Remember, like I wanted to be able to have a Wilson to talk to. I wanted to have some Wi-Fi capability, so you'll be a little smart.
Well, yeah, I also like that Wi-Fi in an island, right? On an island.
And then maybe a hammock that turns into a boat, because I love options.
I love all your, must have in on an island. I would love to be with you in that island.
Gotta keep it fun.
Yeah, that's right. But I wonder what Region 3, the Rio Grande Valley region, regional representative will share with us tonight. So let's bring in our board member, Joseph Modesto. We want to hear it from him.
Hi, hello.
Yeah.
Good evening
Hello.
and magandang umaga sa bansang Pilipinas. So
Yes,
I would like to answer the question. 3 non-negotiable when I'm stranded in an island. Number
that's
one
right.
used to be um, well, my number one should be my wife, but it's not that anymore.
What? Okay.
Okay,
That's
my 2 grandchildren. Okay, so yeah, because both of us, they are the apple and the joy of our life. I want them to be with me, and of course, my wife secondary. And the third one, I need to have a lot of supply of coffee. I cannot live without coffee because every morning, although my wife is not here, she's in London right now. Nobody is preparing coffee for me, but yeah, I want to have a bottomless, just like Mr. Alfonso said that bottomless
I will
SPF.
have some.
My mine is a coffee, unlimited supply of coffee.
that's great. We can share if we are in the same island. Bottomless coffee, Wi-Fi from Alfonso. Bottomless coffee naman kay Joseph. So I wonder we can share with the ating next representative. I can wait to hear it from Region Two, Greater Houston Region Representative June Hugilon, the GH Regional Vice Chair. So June, what's on your survival kit?
Hello.
Yeah.
Magandang gabi, magandang umaga. Uh, like Pastor Joseph, I guess, uh, I like to have my wife with me
Mhm.
and my daughter. And if this is, it's a regular island, not something that you have to survive. Essentially, you know, they do whatever they want. And then with my fishing tackle and with my hard fishing, locals, I'll just go fish for the next 2 days, go home, eat, and so that's one. Oh, that's two with my wife and my daughter. The other, the other one is it's a little serious, but I gotta have my medicines, you know,
Hmm.
so good supply of medicines, So, anyways, then everything's good. Everything's good.
All right. Yeah, don't forget the maintenance. But I
Yeah.
also love the fishing.
Aficionado.
Yeah, because that means we're gonna have some inihaw there, right?
There you
There
go.
you go. There you go. Yeah.
All right, that's
Bottomless medicine.
ay, akala ko bottomless fish, 'di ba? Endless fish, puro isda. Now, well, that's well, we have three. Now we'll call in and let's hear from Region 4, our Greater San Antonio region, represented by the Regional Vice Chair, Dr. Danet Bloom. Dr. Danet.
Good evening, Texas. Good evening, United States. And good morning, Philippines. I can't help but notice, Attorney Eileen and the rest of the leaders, how you managed to have more than three. So I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
As a healthcare provider, I'm going to follow on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's clothing, food, clothing and shelter together, and love. So I'm going to take with me for food that would be a refrigerator with potable water because you can only survive for 3 days with water and food in it. And in terms of shelter, I would like to have shelter so I don't need to have the sunscreen. And then love, I would like to have my family with me in there. So there goes. I was like, oh, so it's not just three because they've already mentioning more than three. So we're really leaders here. We stretch the boundaries, right? So
I absolutely agree with you, Dr. Danet, but I love to share the shelter.
yes.
Well, thank you for sharing now. And of course, last but certainly not the least, our Region 1, the Dallas Fort Worth region, DFW, represented by no other than the region chair of DFW, Rob Raroke. Rob?
Hello. Hello from Dallas. I can't resist. I was trying to imagine Alfonso, Joseph, and Dr. Danet being in an island, and they found this genie, this genie in a bottle. They open it, and then each get a wish. And then Alfonso says, "I wish I'm back home." Poof, it's back in Austin. Joseph says, "I wish I'm back home." Poof's back in RGV. Then Dr. Bloom says, "It's kind of lonely here. Can we have them both back?" Poof, poof. And then they're all together again.
You've read my mind there. You've read my mind.
No.
Exactly my plan.
The three things I was thinking as an engineer, I think three things that that most useful. And then number one will be a Swiss knife. Hopefully I can MacGyver my way down to find some food. The second is WD-40, just because you can do a lot of things. You can clean. You can um, um, do a lot of use of tools. And then the third one is duct tape. So imagine if you have duct tape, WD-40, and a Swiss knife, it can do a lot of things. Maybe build a house if it's going to take much longer. Find some way to signal, create fire, whatever. So those are my three things.
I don't want to
Wow.
be on an island
Boy
with you at
Scout.
all.
Boy Scout. I was thinking the same.
That's right.
No,
Kailangan
I
natin
would
ng Boy
want top
Scout.
brother the fish.
Well, yeah. Now, as for me, kung akong tatanungin, and since we are not limiting ourselves to 3 now, I'll bring 5. I'll bring the 5 of you with all the things that you will
Yes,
bring.
exactly.
So then life is gonna be good in that island, right? O,
That's
di ba?
true.
Great
So,
answer.
Great answer.
syempre naman. Kaya nga I'm the last one so I can hear everybody's answer. But I love all the bottomless coffee, bottomless drinks. I mean sunscreen, and then the shelter, the maintenance, and the
Refrigerator.
refrigerator. My gosh, so my life is gonna be amazing there on that island with the 5 of you. And actually, that's why I asked that question, so I can bring you all. Okay, well, um, wow, those are some things that some ways to know a person, not just as a leader that in the community, not just as your board of directors or your region chairs or your vice region chair or officers, right? Because aside from what we do for the chamber, we also find time to connect with each other, to learn each other, to know each other, to learn from each other, and to know each other, so that we can work together. Because in our chamber, Texas is big. We collaborate a lot, and in order for us to be successful in our collaboration, we need to know each other, and that works for all the organizations as well. So, but that's not our topic for tonight. Our topic is about marketing. So, before we dive into that, we're going to take a short break and we'll see you in a bit. So, stick around. And we're back. Wow, that was what very exciting event to be trapped in an island, to be stranded in an island, right? But let's go now to our topic for tonight. We're diving into the marketing strategies that really make a difference for small businesses, corporation, or entrepreneurs. Whether you're running a cozy cafe or managing a service-based business or just launching a local brand, definitely standing out is key. If they don't know your product or services, they're not gonna buy it. They're not gonna hire you. So how are they gonna know it? It's gonna be through marketing, and that's what we're gonna talk about. So the question that I'd like to ask our chamber leaders who are here tonight and share their best practices and best advice um, is, what's one marketing strategy, tool, or lesson that's really made a difference in your business? So we're there sharing um, real life, ex- um, real life information, knowledge that they've gained throughout over time and based on their experience, and also as leaders in our chamber. So let's hear from our regions. Let's start with. Okay, we're gonna start with what region? Whichever region. Who would want to go first?
I
Nobody,
can
like just in the
I
regular
can
class,
share.
right?
Yes, I can share definitely. But I was just wondering if any of our audience have actually shared what the 3 items they want to take with them in the
Oh,
island.
actually, that's a good question. Before we start with that one, I think we have some comments here. Can we share some of the comments and let's read them quickly? We have time. This is from Annabelle Gabad. He's from GHR. Hello, everyone. Hello, Annabelle. Thank you for joining us. And this is from CC Cortez, right? Go, Danet. Parang may fancy Dr. Danet dito. And of course, Jean Carangal, Region Chair of Greater San Antonio. Hi, Rob lang. Okay. Hi, Rob. Si Rob lang. Sorry tayo May mag-message na si Jean. And from Niels Henson, who's from used to be RGV, now in DFW. Hello, everyone. Hello, Niels. Ayan tuloy, isa-isay na tayo ni Jean. Hi, Danet. Marami-rami yan. From
So
Arlene.
write your
Hello,
three
everyone.
items. Yeah, write your non-negotiable.
I know, right? They didn't share it. So, let's go back to that. See, Dr. Arlene, she is actually the region chair of RGV. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Arlene. And that's it. Oh, we have more. Oh, we have somebody here sharing. Copy is live. Can we share that one? Who's um and Jean says, hello everyone. So lahat na tayo all look fabulous. And then from John is Largent. Hopefully I'm reading it right. I am going to Cagayan de Oro for the first time to meet my new team. I am very excited. Ayan. Okay, so we'll read some more of your comments later. But now we want to dive into our very important topic. So Dr. Danet volunteered to be the first one to share. So let's give her the
Yes, I
spotlight.
want to actually volunteer because as a neuroscientist and a nurse researcher, I apply this to everything that I do, including conducting business and motivating individuals in the community. So I really start what endeavor I have. I started with an assessment, right? Like it's not marketing per se, but you really need to start with what is the need? What is the need of the community? Is there a need? And so if you do that, and what is the best strategy to go about with in meeting those needs? Because if you do that, one, you're going to have a product that meets the need of the community. Two, you will be able to have the buy-in of the community. And three, whatever change or product it would be, it has the potential to be sustained because you have the contribution, you have the input of the community. So that's how I go about with interventions in order to improve patient outcomes. But I think this approach is as useful in terms of businesses, in terms of different entrepreneurs. You have to know the market. You have to assess the market. You can even ask them, like, what would be the best way in order to market my product or the services that I'm going to give to be available for you in the community. I think having the community engaged already puts you ahead of the rest in terms of marketing whatever service, product, or like interventions you may have for the community and the people.
All right. So
I don't know
okay.
if the rest of the team agrees with me, but that is just my nursing
Agree.
perspective.
Oh, who doesn't agree? Raise your hand. No, just kidding. Yeah, but if you have any question for Dr. Danet, feel free to post it on the chat box, and we will try to read that one and answer that if we have time. So, but just post it during the live show because after the live show, we're not going to be able to read that anymore. But we'll try to still respond. Now, thank you, Dr. Danet, for such very informative strategy, which is I assess the market. So, and that's actually how you started everything that, when you start a business also is assess the market first. And then your strategy will start from there too. Your marketing strategy will also should align with what the market is about, and of course, your business. So now we want to hear it from. Let's call RGV Joseph.
Okay. I had that feeling that I am next. All right. Aside from the old school of marketing, we know that there are 4 P's, 4 M's of marketing: the market, merchandise, message, and media. And there is also 4 P's of marketing, which is the product, price, place, and promotion. But in my case, as a member of the chamber in RGV, I run a business that is in the healthcare also. We provide a rehabilitation for mostly kids. We provide speech, occupational, and physical therapy. And if I'm going to apply this old school of the 4 M's and the 4 P's, it's not it's not all applicable. Um, Even I tried it and tried to translate these acronyms or this 4 M's and 4 P's. What I discovered is very simple marketing strategy, and that is relational. It's relationship that matters. Because in my case, I'm speaking for my own business. Our market, my market, is not uh, the whole the people, not the whole people in Brownsville or in RGV. It is very focused. Those people or parents who have their Medicaid insurances. So uh, whatever is applicable to them or whatever is good for their children, that is what I am focused on. Meaning, we are go we try to develop a relationship with them in such a way that you are able to care for them. You care for their children, and that what matters for them. And especially it will translate to the doctors, which is also our target market, because if we don't have doctors, there's nobody who's going to sign our referral, and we don't have business, quote and unquote business. But whenever the parents are happy with our relationship with them, because we are providing the right patient care. In our case, is it's therapy. I guess it will trickle, and it will be it will have a ripple effect that the doctor will notice that okay, you are happy. It means that they are giving you the right therapy for their children. In fact, um, one doctor's office, I just heard it from them that one patient that they referred to us a couple of years ago, it's they don't even know how to speak properly for the speech impediment. And with that, after a very patient way of I'm sorry about my dog. Okay, he's not happy with what he's seeing outside. But anyway, uh, so there is a what we call testimony. The parents are giving testimony that they are getting a good treatment or a therapy in our clinic, and I am so happy with that. There's no amount of money that you can sorry,
It's okay. What's the name of your dog?
Apollo.
Apollo 11? 11.
Be careful. Okay.
Apollo lang.
All right. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's the only thing that I could share with you with regards to marketing.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Yes, developing relationship, and I think it applies to all types of businesses, especially the business that provide personal personal care, or like customer service. Yeah, develop relationships, and I also agree with you on that matter. So thank you. Now let's hear it from Rob of DFW. Rob.
The M's and the P's of Joseph. I advocate for the seven M's here again for marketing to be complete for the strategy to be complete and comprehensive. Number one is the mark, who's the target, who are we really targeting? Second, the movement, and what do we want the target to do? Want to press the button? Want to buy? Want to sign a contract? And then the third is the message. What do we have to tell the mark so that they're going to do the movement? To convince them, to compel them to do the movement. Then how do we send the message? The next M, which is the medium, is how to best. There are many ways of sending the messages, different kinds of marketing, and then you choose which medium to send it. Then the moment, it's well as in a physical plant where it's location, location, location. In the digital realm, um, it's location and the moment. It's the medium and the moment together, and then after that is you do have to the cost benefit. That's sort of the next M, which is money. How much you're willing to pay to, and because what are you expecting? You just don't throw money in and hopefully you're lucky with some results. Then the last part is the measure. After we do all of that, then let's measure what's going on. What kind of engagement are we getting? What kind of results are we getting? And based on that, we can make adjustments and start all over again. So again, the M's, the mark, the movement, the message, the medium, the moment, the money, and the measure. And I think with that, you can have a comprehensive plan for marketing.
All right. Yeah, that's really very comprehensive. And thank you for sharing that. We need to explore that. Actually, it could be a good topic for speaker series or um, a conference, right? It's big because marketing is one big aspect of running a business. It's actually, if you don't market, you're not going to have a business. So that's as simple as that. And I wonder, aside from what we have already heard from our three amazing chamber leaders, I wonder what we can get from Alfonso of Austin, from Austin region.
All right. Can you hear me? All right.
Yes, go ahead, Alfonso. We can
All
hear
right.
you.
Okay. Yeah. So, actually, I agree with a lot of what you guys said, especially on like determining the target, right? Like the market. And so, as a hairdresser, so I work in the business industry, the beauty industry, but like a lot of times, what worked for me is really not about me going out there and telling people like, "Hey, I'm a hairdresser. I want to do your hair," kind of thing. Like, what works for me, what I believe in is you need to show up, right? Like you need to show up to any events, any occasion, any um, activities because you need to be present. Because number one, I'm not really technically selling my services, I'm selling myself. Because when you go to a hairdresser, you're stuck with that hairdresser for 30 minutes to 3 hours, depending on your service. So you need to like me already, right? So focus on making them like you when you show up. So what I do is like I go to community events, local events, because in reality, the your market is going to be what's near your business. So my salon, if I look at the surrounding community, like who is in there, and then I look at that market. So let's just say I go to a happy hour. And then so I look at the club or the bar, and I'll say, okay, how many women have hair so that with the retouch, the color, the grays, right? Like those are my bread and butter. But I don't just connect and tell them like, hey, I'm a hairdresser. Like I connect with them first, and the way I do it, I have a method called a minute to win it. Sorry, and what that means is I talk to them within a minute and then I walk away after that. Because remember, they're there for the happy hour, they're probably just hanging out with their friends. So if I go there and then I basically start marketing, most of the time, and you guys know this too, if somebody looks like they're selling something and they approach you, you start becoming defensive. And, kind of like in a car, when somebody approaches you, you close your window as fast as you can when somebody's trying to approach, right? So you need to be approachable. So what I like to do is to compliment them first. No, so I would say, hey, I love your shoes. One of my target areas is also Starbucks. Who doesn't love Starbucks? Like Joseph here likes coffee. So like I go to Starbucks because I want to get clients, not just the coffee. So I would sit there and watch people. I judge you. I have a psychology background too. So I kind of read the people, and I look at your shoes, I look at the way you carry yourself, I look at your clothes, and then I can tell like, oh, this person likes to look good, like. So I approach them and I compliment their jacket, their shoes, whatever they have. And then what happens is you engage their memory of what that item is connected to them. So like, oh yeah, I love that. My mom gave this to me. So I already connected instantly to a happy and a good memory. So now they're when they connect and respond that way, I already know I connected, and then we start talking. And then what basically towards the end, I'll just end as I end, like, oh, by the way, I'm a hairdresser, here's my card, and I love your hair, I would love to be yours. And then I just keep that mystery, like, oh yeah, I walk away, bye, like, good to talk to you. So that way, like, oh, I love this person, he's a hairdresser. But if I start with the I'm a hairdresser first, they become defensive and like, don't look at my hair, and then they basically their body language will start closing too, because then that means I can't connect with them, I lost that connection. So to me, you build a relationship, keep it quick, you show up. And it's important for me to say showing up, because if you don't show up, you'll miss something. Opportunities happen all the time. So if you just decided, like, you know what, like, I'll just do that tomorrow, and then you would miss that opportunity. You don't know who's going to walk in that door, you don't know who's going to be in that bar. So I like to build that connection by showing up first, talk to them within that minute, win them by that compliment, and then just give them that the mystery of like they want to connect, right? Like they want to come to me, and then when I get them in my chair, I have no problem keeping them, coming back. So basically, and in one thing I want to add to that, when they're already in the salon, I focus on their experience, because people remember you by what they felt. It's not really about how simple or amazing the haircut is, but if you made them feel like the queen that they are, or the king, then they remember that, and that's how you win your people. They keep coming back.
Yes, I like that. A minute to win it.
A minute to
Wow.
win it. Yeah.
Yes. And then yeah, basically it goes back to building relationship, getting to know the person, um, know when the right how to approach them the right way. So basically knowing them, at least you just don't go there and talk to the person without any effort of, assessing the person. But one thing that I learned from Alfonso is I'm not gonna go to an event, less dress, as like as expected, because he's already assessing us. He's a psychologist. So if we go to our gala this year, so Austin, guys, remember Alfonso is watching us.
When you say
Yeah,
don't judge me, it's too late. I already did
yeah,
it.
he already
No,
did.
I'm
He
just kidding.
already did, but in a good way, right?
Yes,
So, but
yes.
we have one more to listen to whatever he's gonna say. I'm pretty sure this is also an addition to what we have already mentioned. So let's bring in June. June, come on, let's
Yes.
go. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Yes. Uh, so, being the financial services industry, marketing is probably one of the, well, if not the most important aspect of the business. Me being in the business of my own, uh, and I've been to a lot of meetings and conferences and shared meetings, And financial professionals would say, well, my marketing is a referral system. That's all where I get my clients. But how can you get referral if you don't know how to prospect? So in prospecting, I think the best thing you need to do first is to define your ideal client, looking at external and internal attributes like demographics, age, marital status, income, children, profession, financials, hobbies, and all that. And once you have that, then you can judge and you can contact and see if they can get an interest in meeting with you. How do you do that? Community events, through networking, and tapping to your natural market. Your family, your family's friends, your friends' friends, and all that. It's called the natural market. Now, I've been to various chamber and other organizations meetings, lunch meetings, and stuff. And I usually see a lot of people just going around the tables and just giving business cards. Uh, I really think that that's the old way. You give me a business card. Oh, great. I have a business card. I have this much, and nothing happens. So I think the most important thing in those kinds of situation is uh, 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 talk to somebody. Have great interest. Ask all those open-ended questions about this somebody. Try to get all those external and maybe internal attributes uh, that you can get out of them. And usually when they ask me, what do you do? I just, I just said, I'm a boring guy. What I do is boring. I like to learn more about you first. That's usually how I started. And, you know, um, what I do for my clients and my prospects, I like to teach them how money works, how to grow their money, how to make sure that they enjoy their wealth and without ever uh, worrying about running out. Um, and last, you know, to make sure that whatever wealth they have, they can use it to protect their family, their assets, and to learn how to preserve it for their heirs as legacy. I do basically a holistic way of helping my clients and hopefully prospects to become clients in terms of tax planning, tax strategies, retirement planning, investment planning, estate planning, all of that bunch in together. So that includes even, telling them about Social Security, how to maximize their Social Security benefits, what are the tax, ramifications if you earn too much. Well, you're getting benefits. There's what they call an earnings test or all that for Social Security, even Medicare. I mean, if you're still working, you're still earning a lot of money, and you're already getting benefits. Your Medicare premiums can go up to 400, 500, 600 a month, depending on how much you make. Plus, if you have investment income, you have that what they call the net investment income tax, which is 3.8%. They call it what, IRMA or something. So all these things you bunch it up, and that's it. And when somebody says no thanks, I say thank you. And then most of the time, you get a client that is just interested in transactional, buying a life insurance, or maybe setting up a Roth, or maybe an education, college education for the children. But I prefer the client that is interested in the holistic, side, the total planning side. So anyways, but that's how I do marketing. I'm not too aggressive. I used to be, I'm a retired farmer's agent. Everybody is my client that has an auto insurance, their home or something. But now I have to have, you know, I have to stick with my ideal client profile. So
Yeah. Well, June, I we have questions here, actually comments and questions from our viewers. So, um, I think we
I'm
should
in
go ahead
trouble.
and this is
Yeah.
actually for you now. It's for everyone. So, can we show the comments there? We have a bunch here. So, from Orlando Artisan, who's not so busy right now after watching the Rockets game. It's a heritage night here in Toyota Center. Um, Actually, the chamber is our chamber is actively involved in that. But anyway, so his question: can you share some key marketing strategies that have proven successful for small businesses in Texas? So particularly within the Filipino American community. I guess I will. There's a follow up. Okay, let's read the follow up question as well. What role does networking within um, chambers of commerce, like the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, play in fostering local business growth? So I'm gonna ask two people to share. Let's call in Rob. You have something to share,
Or both. For
or
the first
yeah.
or second question, um, for the second question, the networking, my experience is that sometimes you can have a room and 20 people, but sometimes only one or two is enough to turn to change the trajectory of your business. And the idea is, if you don't meet anybody, you have to start by meeting people, and but the more people you get to meet through more networking and relationships, then the more likely you get something. Now, two of the most successful entrepreneurs that I've had the benefit, the privilege of meeting in DFW. One of them is, she's in the insurance, and basically, one thing they have in common is that they sort of, it's they don't clear delineate marketing and sales and customer service. And what's the difference between the three? I could say that, um, the courtship is marketing, the wedding is sales, the marriage is customer service. So, and with that in mind, generally, if you have good customer service, you get more return business with word of mouth. So one of them is in insurance, and she really goes out and meet people. You can call her even on a Sunday, if you have a problem, and therefore the word of mouth spreads quite successfully. She keeps on sponsoring, but when she sponsors, she wants to be there for exhibits and to show up. And she meets new people there and meets new leads. In other words, if you do digital marketing alone, you have to have three touches or more for people to remember you. But if you meet people face to face, one touch is enough to make that conversation. The other successful entrepreneur I met also is really big in terms of relationships, because he deals with a very premium product. Therefore, trust is very important. You just don't meet a stranger and say, "I'm going to invest this much in this product." Therefore, he establishes relationship, and it's like planting seeds. In salespeople, in sales, you can either be a hunter, a gatherer, or a farmer. And he's more like a farmer, where he nurtures plant seeds, and eventually they mature, and then they graduate into sales. But it takes a long time. And those are the insights I've gained from getting the privilege to meet these really wonderful people.
Thank you, Rob, for sharing those effective strategies and what's already happening, right? It's not just in DFW because we do a lot of networking in all our five regions. But for the first question, I'd like to call Alfonso because as a small business, and I'm interested about that. And can you focus on Filipino Americans? How do you, the first question, um, what role does networking, within the chambers with respect to is that yeah, no, sorry, the first one, it's the marketing strategies for small business owners, particularly within the Filipino American community. Kasi judgmental ka, di ba? You remember, I remember that. So, but which we are,
No.
because you are assessing them, we have to know. So go ahead, Alfonso.
Well, let's call that assessment, not judgment. Or, so when
Okay.
you're assessing, like your business or your market, you're basically assessing what they need. So then you get to plan what you want to provide to them. So I'm all about like the season too. So when I'm providing and catering my services, I pay attention to what's coming. Like Mother's Day is coming, so I'll plan and strategize around that season, because then um, there are certain um, behaviors that how people actually spend, or like their money, and how they actually shop and choose to invest, right? So what I want to share with the key strategy is, well, I actually started here. I noticed that there's, aside from the chamber, there's multiple Filipino American organizations that exist here, and what I wanted was to coexist with them. So I reached out to all their leaders, and actually earlier this quarter, I met up with all these leaders, and there's at least 10 of them. There's at least even the Greater Asian American Filipino Association, the FYP, the Filipino Young Professionals as well. So like we all talked, and then what I suggested is that we have a shared calendar, that we actually built one now, that we put all our events there, so that way I can call out like, hey, I need ushers, I need this and that, sponsors on this, and I can call all of them, other 9 organizations that are going to pay attention. And then when I'm planning too, I'm looking at, okay, I want to do an event at this date, and then I want to see who else is in there. So that way we don't actually split our local community, because the Filipinos, so let's just kind of flip it, right? Like, we're the audience. The market only sees us, like, if there's a Filipino event, they actually kind of think it's only one group that's putting that together. They don't know there's 10. Like, so unless they're, like really involved internally in with the board and all, but they just want to buy a ticket, they want to show up, and and they want to participate on the event. So so it's a pretty much successful meeting, and then now, even a couple of weeks ago, we just had Austin has this South by Southwest event. And actually, I was so busy that week that I had multiple events that I was attending to. Remember, I said show up, right? I like to show up, so I had the brunch, I had the coffee, like, and they're all just there's a Pinoy potluck, there's a karaoke fundraiser, and then it's literally like and then even the vice consul was here, and I brought her to a bunch of the vendors, the local vendors, and I was introducing them, because I want them to realize there's a bigger picture than them just having a booth and selling their merchandise. Like, we are a community, we all help each other. It's like we collaborate and coexist. So just because I'm a hairdresser, it's not about my business. We all grow together. So your growth is my growth as well. So marketing, that's my marketing strategy, is to be part of the community. What not just because what I can give, is what how can help everybody grow.
Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. Wow, it's really, we need more time for this one. It's we have a lot more comments. We'll read them after a short break. We'll also listen to each region, what's coming up, what programs and events are we looking at after today. So let's go on a short break.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lon sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks.
Calling all food lovers and aspiring culinary stars. Get ready to turn your kitchen dreams into reality with the Commissary Kitchen. Hosted by none other than the adobo queen herself, Nancy Reyes Loomis, every Thursday 8 p.m. CST or Friday 10 a.m. PH time. And let's cook up something extraordinary together. Welcome to Season 2 of Beyond Health and Wellness with Dr. Rich. New season, new insights. Dr. Rich brings you the keys to unlock your best self on Beyond Health and Wellness. Join us every Friday 8 p.m. CST.
Tune into Legal Treats with attorney Eileen Ligot Dizon
every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Get your weekly dose of legal knowledge, especially on family matters like divorce, child custody, child support, estate planning, probate and immigration.
See you every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. That would be Saturday at 9 a.m. Philippines.
All right, so now we're back, and thank you for tuning in. We have about what? I'm seeing about 140 plus viewers right now. So thank you for keeping us in your radar, watching us, following us, and also for engaging during the live show. Now, we want to know what's happening in its region. And before we read some of the comments, I'd like to call in Dr. Danit from Greater San Antonio. Tell us what's going on there and what's happening. What are we expecting from the San Antonio region? Dr. Danit, you're muted. Sorry, can you please unmute yourself? There.
So, anyhow, our upcoming events, we partner with BPSA, which is the Business Professionals of San Antonio. It's on April 9th. We hope you can join us. And every month we have the financial mixer, which is supported by our members who are in the finance business. It's really more of an education as well as advising for people. That's every first Thursday. We have our restaurant owners mixers, which happen on the second Tuesday. And of course, we have our business networking, which happens on the third Wednesday. We are indeed a very busy chamber because we want to meet the needs of our membership, and hope to all the watchers out there who are not yet members. We are PACCGSA Greater San Antonio for growth, sustainability, and advocacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Danit. And she's actually outside her house, and I really appreciate the time you for joining us here. I know that it's quite challenging out there if you're not inside a house, right? But you still join us. So thank you so much. Before I call in the other region, I'd like to just read some of the comments here quickly from Gary Ilagan, who's our executive director. He says, "Good evening, everyone." Thank you, Gary, for joining us. And we have here a very long message from Niels. Niels says, "Hi there, so glad to see you all and listen to individual sharing. I just want to follow up with what Rob shared about was that a genie? Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses, but I wish that there will be a long bridge all the way to the Philippines, so I don't need to use the phone anymore when traveling to visit my family." Okay, well, lots of love. All right, and then we also have here Joyce Messina Garcia, of course, from Austin. Great points, Rob. And again, from Joyce, be present. That's what she said. And you market yourself, people buy because of you. And most likely how you definitely carry yourself. And that's when your relationship and all that comes in, right? And then from Arlene Sanchez, a minute to win it. Great tip, Alfonso. And again, from Joyce Messina Garcia, they will remember you by how you made them feel. And that is right. Ask open-ended questions from Joyce again. And from Jean, your network is your net worth. Okay, so really good taglines here, easy to remember. From Susan Ardona, not sure if this has been asked. So the question was, what advice would you give to someone starting a local business today? If that entrepreneur could only invest in one form of marketing, what would it be and why? We'll get back to you on that one, Susan. Maybe your region chair or is a representative from your region will get back to you. And we have here from CC again. She says, "Swim with the Sharks." Great book. Yeah, so we'll look into that. If you haven't, if you already read this one, feel free to share some good points, but we'll try to find that one. And of course, from Gary, as a Chamber of Commerce, we do marketing for our members. We make introductions, develop relationship, helps and refer business to each other. That is correct. And yeah, Jean says, awesome job, Danet. Okay, so there you go. There's your region chair, Danet. All right, now let's call um, Joseph. What's happening in RGB? Okay, Joseph is muted.
For our RGV event this month for April, I think we have a speaker series about Medicare. And if you could show the
You have a
uh,
flyer? Yes, there
flyer.
it is.
Okay, so Medicare coverage, get informed. And this will be going to be on April 25, 5:30 at Radisson Hotel in McAllen Airport, McAllen Room. Okay, so but we need to RSVP for that to Rodora and Emma. Okay, so anything about questions about Medicare coverage that will be discussed, and that is it's a courtesy. There is no fee to attend, so it's all free. And I believe they are also providing food for that courtesy of PACC RGV. And the next event that you're going to have will be all about mortgage and on May 23rd. Anything about information about mortgage, and it's going to be also on the same venue, which is in Radisson Hotel. And for September, we are going to have our consular outreach. So it's going to be in Harlingen. So it's going to be at Jubilee Christian Fellowship, September 13 and 14. So for those people who are in RGV, they don't need to go to San Antonio to get their passport renewed or apply for dual citizenship, I guess. Yeah, we are going to provide the consular outreach over there in Harlingen. That's it for now. And our tagline is a chamber with heart. We are
Yes, the
very
chamber.
relational people.
Okay, the chamber with a heart. Thank you, Joseph. Now let's hear from Rob. What's happening in DFW?
Yeah, in DFW, we have our in preparation for our for the month of May, which is um, mental health awareness month. We have our mixer on the last Friday of this month, which is the 25th, and it's gonna be it's gonna be in the end of the 25th, where we will have a short talk on mental wellness. And so look forward to any visitors and those from DFW to attend. So this is Rob from Dallas Fort Worth Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. We help businesses and professionals grow, and glow. Thank you.
Thank you. Go, glow, and grow. Thank you, Rob. Now let's call JHR. June, what's happening in Houston?
Yes, yes. I believe tomorrow we are having our uh, Houston Rockets Filipino Heritage Night. So Houston Rockets going to play tomorrow in Houston,
That
and
tomorrow
we
is today.
is it today? Okay,
Yeah.
so they're having fun now, I guess. So, uh, anyways, we just finished our what we call biz stops, where a bunch of our members and board members visited, I think, 3 restaurants. That was about a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week and a half ago. But for this month, we will have our speaker series, and it's all about understanding property taxes for homeowners, uh, condo owners, uh, property owners. You know, Clementina Nunez. She's the outreach manager for the Harris County Tax Assessor Collector and Voter Registrar's Office in Houston, and she's gonna be talking all about property taxes. All those different tax entities that we're paying taxes to because we own a house, and we encourage everyone to attend in person or via Zoom to get ready for all their questions. Why taxes are so high, why this and that, why, my child never went to a public school, I'm still paying for it. Those kinds of questions. So it's going to be held on the 24th. That's a Thursday at the what was that? I forgot the hotel. It's right here. The Marriott Courtyard at Stafford. Uh, that's from 6:30 to 8:30, and we will be providing food. The event is free, and I think we also have a sponsor for the food. So she's going to speak for about 15 minutes. Then we'll have Miss Nunez talk about property taxes, and that's it for now.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you, June. Thank you, Houston. Now let's hear it from Austin. Alfonso, what's happening in Austin?
Yes, as usual, we have our coffee conversations that happen every second Friday, I believe. Like, yeah, it's on April 11, where we connect and mingle early in the morning, and because we love coffee, we all do. And then, and this is a monthly thing. And then the next one we have is our co-working day. It's on April 16th. We're actually also starting a speaker series. Just we wanted to feature one of our members in there. And actually, I just want to also say that we have a new member that we added. We added Amplify Credit Union as a new member for our region, and also one of their reps wanted to be an individual um like member as well, so that's like yay for us. And then for our tagline, I was just told we're better together, but I think we should adjust it a little bit, maybe thriving stronger together, thriving together, something like that.
There you go.
I'll work
Thank
on
you.
it.
All right. Well, thank you, Alfonso, and welcome to our new member. Yeah. So now, wow. So we listened to our speakers, our chamber leaders, about some strategies regarding marketing. They share their some great ideas. So it's up to you what you're gonna do with this important information. If you want to know more, feel free to reach out to your region, and of course, just go to pacctx.org. You can also find the links to the different websites of our 5 regional chambers. And of course, I'd like to thank our producer, Lawin Media Network, and to all to our 2 amazing technical directors, Krisha and Andy. Thank you. Thank you, PACC Texas, for joining. Thank you all. Thank you to all our viewers and those who engage during the live show. Like I said, if you have any questions, just send us those questions, and we'll try to address them later on. Yeah, this is the end of the show. I will see you again next. It's gonna be the first Wednesday of the month, so next month we'll see you next month, same time. You can find us here, Lawin Media Network, Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also over 15 podcasts if you want to listen to the recorded live show. So don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media, and stay tuned for more conversation that matter. So thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next month. Bye bye.